Hi guys, Michelle here. Blessed in the mess, and I'm certainly been blessed in my mess of 2024. So today, as we cruise into 2025, I'm going to show you my spiritual growth stack. My stack of books for my spiritual growth for 2025. 2024 was a rough year for me. A lot of stuff happened, a lot of changes. And I guess what I want to say about 2024 is thank you, Jesus, for getting me through it. And goodbye, 2024. I, lost my home, had to move to a smaller place, quasi-empty nest, lost some beloved pets. My mom got sick. It was a rough year. So come on over to my reading area, and I'm going to show you my spiritual stack. A spiritual growth stack for 2025. Come on over. Welcome guys to my reading area, and here I put together my spiritual growth stack for 2025. What this means is these are the books that I want to use in the next year to help my spiritual development. And they're for various things, everywhere from everyday use, moderate study, to deep heavy dive, and everything needed in between. So I'm going to go over my spiritual growth stack with you, Bibles I'll be using for the year, the books I want to read for the year, and the planners that I've chosen. So I'm somebody who really defines the difference between reading and studying, because for me that's a huge difference. When I read for pleasure, I'm just reading, and I don't want to stop just to analyze and reflect and all that. I'll do that at the end. Ooh, shaking. Now, when I study, I dive deep into the cultural references, into the background of the books, and I have software that I use at my computer for that, for the Hebrew and the Greek. I get into deep word studies. So my first book that I'm going to go with, guys, I have been using this for a few years now. It's called Choose Joy, the 3-minute devotional for women. And let me tell you, it's quick, it's fast. Because you know what? I'm making a commitment to read every single day. I want to get through the Bible cover to cover in a year again, as a more seasoned, a mature believer. I read it cover to cover as a newbie. I was on fire, and I just read it, not understanding a lot of it, but soaking it in and then getting the message. So now I want to go back and read cover to cover, not just certain books and isolated study, but cover to cover, while I do isolated study in addition to that, to see how differently the scriptures leap out at me now. But there will be some days that I'm just not going to be motivated for that kind of a study or that kind of a reading. Let's face it, let's be real here, because I've done this before. Is it my first time at the rodeo? This isn't my first New Year's intentions or resolutions or goals or anything set. So I know with all great intentions, I'm going to get up and I'm going to read every morning my 1-year study Bible, my 1-year Bible. Right? I'm going to read this. I got this in 2019. I have yet to get through it all in the course of the year. So this is the year that I'm targeting for that. And though I'm going to say I'm going to get up every year and read my 1-year Bible, which is a really neat translation, and it's put together really cool. I'll show you that in a minute. But I know there are going to be mornings that I don't want to do that. There are going to be days in the next year that I'm sick. There are going to be days that my body isn't cooperating with me and my brain's not working right. And I'm not going to have the time for that or the energy or be able to do it, but I still want to get the word in every single day. So I have my little 3-minute devotional for those days that I'm on the run or I just can't squeeze in a 10 to 15-minute reading. These are little devotionals. Let me show you. They're so quick and easy. And they're about 3 minutes. And they're geared towards women. So I will be using this on the days that I'm just not feeling it, or for whatever reason, because I'm being straight up here. I know that even though my goal is every single morning, I know there could be some mornings that I just can't or don't want to. This is going to be my plan B for those mornings, my 3-minute devotional. But I wanted to show you guys this Bible. This is the 1 Year Bible by Tyndale. Now, I chose to get the New Living Translation in this Bible because I'm not studying this. This is not for study. This is just for reading, for the pleasure of reading the Word. And the New Living Translation is the absolute, probably one of the most easiest translations to read. I think a 6th grader could read it and comprehend it. So this is just to read. And the way that they break it down is every day, you have an Old Testament portion, a New Testament portion, a Psalms, and a Proverb. So, and if you read every day, a New Testament portion, an Old Testament portion, and a Psalms and a Proverb, it's about 2 to 3 pages. You'll get through the Bible in 365 days in 1 year. That takes commitment and that takes dedication. And I've set off on this journey before. So this year we're going to document it and we're going to see how far we get before we peter out. But I'm hoping that my backup on those days that, you know, this is for the light reading. This is for light reading. This is for reading. It's just a pleasure of reading. This is for on the days that, something went wrong. 3-minute devotional. Then I have, let me show you. Let me get this here. These are the Bibles, other Bibles I'm using. This is my King James, my new King James. And the reason I love this one, let me show you, let me get a good page, is because, let me go to John. It's a journaling Bible. It's got the large margins. I like to take notes in my Bible and circle and highlight right in the Bible. And this is a great one for the kids to write a lot of notes on the side. This would be moderate study. So this is on the days that I feel like getting a little meatier. I will use this and my CSB together to, draw out those little nuances that I'm just not getting from reading my everyday New Living version. Then I have my ESV. ESV for me is a trusted version that I will always use no matter what else I'm reading. I use the ESV on a daily. The ESV sits in the living room at my chair. The New King James, my CSB, and my New Living Translation will be in my reading area. And this is when I'm going a little bit deeper. And I use it for my Bible studies, when I go to Bible study. I use this and my King James for my Bible study. More of this these days because it's large print. I am in deliverance ministry. I am part of a deliverance ministry, and we have fellowship several times a week and Bible study twice a week. And it's deep topics. It's deep dives. It's spiritual warfare and things like that. So yeah, it's a little bit more meat. Which brings me to this Bible that I have had for several years, and it's beautiful. It is a cultural reference Bible. So what it does is for each book, it gives you the cultural references. It's just amazing. And I'm use this when I work on my presentations for university and for my other YouTube channel. If you've not been to my other YouTube channel, please check that out. It's Butterfly Blessings. And it is purely just biblical presentations. And so I'm going to be working on more of those this year. So I'll be using this Bible along with software that I'll show you guys in a minute that has Strong's built in, and it has Hebrew and Greek built right into it. It's amazing. Which brings me to other books that I'm going to be using for 2025, which are not Bibles. I got my YouTube planner. And this is a brand new one. This is a happy planner. I was so like jazzed to get this. Because happy planner, and I got it at the teaching store, which is like a teaching thrift store, for like $2. Now, if you know anything about happy planners, that was the deal of a decade. So this is going to be my YouTube planning notebook for my biblical YouTube studies for this channel and for my other channel to do presentations. So that's what this is for. This is my year, my planner for the upcoming year. It's just your basic planner, weekly planner. And I'll be using this not only for my spiritual growth, development, planning, but work-related planning, things that I come up with for, YouTube context, just everything like that. This is my planner for this year. It says, progress, not perfection. And that's a motto to live by. This book here I use along with the Cultural Reference Bible and my online software, and it's just a reference book about it's summary. It's called a summary, or a survey of the Old and New Testament. I use that in my research. And these are 2 books I'm tackling. This one I've been reading. They're written by a man named Michael Heiser. He is an academic biblical scholar. He passed away in 2024. His work is amazing. It's very meaty. So I'm reading both Demons and Angels from a biblical standpoint. Getting rid of all the nonsense and just tackling it from a biblical standpoint. So that is my, so there we go. There's my stack. My spiritual growth stack for 2024. So these are all the books that I will be using during 2024 for my spiritual growth. So be on the lookout for my healthy living stack coming up soon, because 2024 was I mentioned earlier in this video, was a rough year for me. Well, let me tell you why it was a rough year. I moved. I downsized. I had to, for economic reasons. I lost 1,000 square feet. I had to get rid of a lot of my stuff. I adjusted to that. I adjusted to quasi-empty nest. I lost a beloved animal. My mom got sick, was in the hospital several times on and off. And then that culminated at the end of the year with me getting a diagnosis of a progressive autoimmune disease. So yeah, 2024 can just go away. And we're going to cruise into 2025 with a lot of changes coming up. A lot of lifestyle changes for me because of my diagnosis. And spiritual growth stack I do every year. But the healthy living, that's going to be something new for me. So come along with me for the journey. That's coming up, my other stack. But for now, 2025, my spiritual growth stack, just getting closer to God and more in the Word and planning it out and tackling some goals. This is what I'm most excited for, is my 1-year Bible challenge. And I'm going to be making a video about this book in more depth, this specific Bible in more depth. So come on and join me. And it's been great talking to you and showing you my spiritual growth stack. And I encourage you to make your own spiritual growth stack. Cull it from books that you have on your shelf that you haven't ever delved into before. Go to the thrift store, find some books. You know, there's all kinds of ways to get your spiritual growth stack growing. So until next time, be blessed in the mess as I am, and I hope that you are too. And as always, be blessed, friends, and be blessed in the mess. Until next time. Adios.